It's the Tony Tone Show on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. I absolutely love when I get to interview musicians and people that I respect. It's probably one of the best parts of the job. And on the MPW Digital TV Celebrity Hotline, Kenny Aronoff, he is a drummer that has played with John Mellencamp, John Fogerty, everybody. I mean, I could read the list, but we'd be here literally all day. Okay, you want some more? Bruce Springsteen, Rolling Stones, Bob Dylan, Smashing Pumpkins, Sting, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Ringo Starr, Johnny Cash, Melissa Etheridge, Alice Cooper, Alanis Morissette, Goo Goo Dolls, Joe Cocker, Dave Grohl, Steven Tyler, and many more. He did the drumming on the Mellencamp classic Jack and Diane, all right? He's written a book. It's called Sex, Drums, Rock and Roll, the hardest hitting man in show business. Just came out, and Kenny is on the phone. Let's grab him. Kenny, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Good, man. Where are you right now?
So I am in the Quad Cities, Muscatine, Iowa, about 3 hours from Chicago.
Oh, cool. Now I know where you are.
And I am holding, Kenny, in my hands a copy of your book, man. This is so cool. They overnighted it to me, and
Awesome.
I've been looking through it, and I just want to know, like, I feel like you have lived a whole bunch of lives, brother, because this book seems to have, like, literally chapters that are just chronicling all the stuff you've done, man. Congratulations. Yeah.
The book is about, I've played with a lot of people, recorded with, I think my total number is 300 million records.
Wow.
Not individuals, but 300 million records sold, and that's when people were obviously buying records. I'm like a running back, just nonstop, pushing to the end zone. And at the end of 4 decades, that's, those are my accomplishments. But the book really focuses on on how to become successful at anything and stay successful. Because I got my ass kicked along the way. And, at 18 I was practicing 8 hours a day. I don't know where that came from, but I was obsessed to become great. And the thing is, you just don't become great overnight. I mean, it takes a lifetime to be great at something, and you've got to be willing to get your ass kicked, get back up, go after it. It takes a lot of self-discipline, hard work, fueled by passion and ongoing education, and that's what the book really is about. So, whether you're a musician or raising a family or starting a business or working for somebody, it's all the same stuff.
When you went to put it together, and Kenny, I've talked to a lot of people that have written books, from John Fogerty to, actors, actresses. For you and all the things that you've done, was this process relatively easy? Were you able to recount the stories and the different artists and the recording processes and the tours, or what?
That's a great question. I was very fortunate that at some point, the guy Jake Brown, who started writing the book with me, I suddenly went, wait a minute, this is not working out right. I found calendars I'd kept, day runners, from 1977 until present, showing every session, every live gig, anything to do with my career, written down just so I knew where I was going from day to day.
Sure.
And I had every session, every tour, all of it there. So that really helped. So what I did was I'd take 1 year, and on my computer I would, put, live gigs, studio gigs, and personal life. And that's how I organized it. And I interviewed to Jake, and then I started rewriting everything and putting my voice in it. And it was not an easy process. It took 4 years. And that's the reason why I never wanted to write the book, because I'm too busy. I'm too busy. And, it became, some days I'd spend as much as like 16 hours on a day off after flying somewhere on tour, and while everybody was out hanging out, doing, relaxing, I was busting my ass trying to get this book done.
I can't imagine your schedule. It sounds just ridiculous. I want to know, Kenny, when you go from playing and recording with like a John Fogerty, and then you start doing some pop records, did you have to... You're a smart guy. You've done it for a while. When you start doing the poppier stuff, did you have to learn anything different about the drums? Is it a different sound or what? Because I don't know. I don't play any instruments, so I want you to educate me a little bit.
Okay, here's the deal. Everybody should ask himself this question, and this is what I learned from writing the book. what is your purpose at whatever you're doing? What is the purpose? So the question to me is, what is my purpose as a drummer when I'm making pop records? Because, like, you're right, I came out of classical, jazz, fusion, the more technical stuff. But, you know, there's a world looking through a telescope, but there's a world looking through a microscope, too. Both are valid worlds. One, you know, where you might think that jazz and classical music is more technical. It is, but there's a whole other technical world trying to play simple. And the purpose I'm talking about, my job is to get a song on the radio to be number one. Not just show up, play a couple beats, be cool. When you understand your job is to get a song on the radio to be number one, then every thought, every move, every drum head, every cymbal, every mic position, every suggestion, every idea should all be pointing to that one goal, to get that song on the radio to be number one. Because if you do that, then that artist or the band makes a lot of money. And that's essentially why anybody is hired for any job, is to make that corporation or that business make money. I know it sounds very business-like, but essentially that is what my job was. And I had to learn a new language to get songs on the radio. And it was a difficult and long process. And I'm still working on it.
I don't want to run out of time without asking you at least two more questions, Kenny. And again, the book is Sex, Drums, and Rock and Roll, the hardest-hitting man in show business. The first of the last two questions, what type of drums do you play? And besides yourself, who is the most badass drummer active?
Well, the drums I play are Tama drums. I've played them for 33 years. Amazing drums. And the drummers, I mean, I look at any drummer and I'm blown away by. There's always something they do that's unique, because everybody is unique. Everybody has a different personality, different vibe. But there's so many great drummers out there now. You know, he's not young, but I mean Taylor Hawkins with Foo Fighters. I love, I know there's so many that are out there that are just amazing. You know, you name a band, I'll tell you there's a good drummer in it.
Well, the one that I can think of, and Alice Cooper is kind of a friend, is his drummer, Glenn Sobel. He's just phenomenal. I just
saw him 2 nights ago.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, Kenny, listen, man, you took the time to call me. I appreciate it so much. I'm holding the book in my hand. I can't wait to finish reading it. And for everybody listening, you got to pick it up. Sex, Drums, Rock and Roll. The foreword that Neil did is incredible. Buddy, I just want to say I wish you nothing but continued success, and I look forward to listening and to seeing you continue to make great music, and you're welcome back on the show at any time.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Take care, man.
Be well. Bye.
Yep.